everybody, so it is Miss Bone here to give you another astro video. And so today we're going to be talking about the Mercury and Gemini transit, so let's get into it. So Mercury has been in Gemini since May the 3rd and will remain there until July the 11th, okay? Now what does Mercury deal with? Mercury deals with our mental processes. It deals with communication, how we go about expressing ourselves, right? Also, it talks about learning, goes into, the different ways in which we learn, how we retain information. And it also deals with research, okay, being the student. And it's also ruler of the 3rd house, okay? Also ruler of the 6th house of Virgo, but we're just focusing on Gemini today. So, these are the things that you're going to be seeing being pushed to the forefront, right? You're going to have a lot of fuel in regards to these areas. You're going to be thinking a lot more. You're going to be processing a lot of information, receiving a lot of spiritual downloads from eventually you'll be squaring Neptune. So you're going to be getting all these spiritual downloads and all these mental downloads and all these intellectual downloads, okay? And your mind is going to be going 10 miles per hour, okay? So these are the things that you want to look at and you want to pay attention to and you want to maximize, right? We're always talking about maximizing our potential and seeing the relevancy in our everyday lives. That's why transits are important. So, if you have, for example, Gemini in the 6th house, right? Mercury will be transiting here for you. And so you will apply all of these energies from Mercury to the 6th house, okay? So you can expect to have downloads, mental processes surrounding your health, surrounding how you can go about changing your daily routines, how you can go about being of service to other people, okay? And those are just a few things. You may even think about, you may be thinking about potentially getting a new pet. That also denotes to the 6th house, okay? And so also too, you may even, go through some restructuring of your health. So like, for example, Mercury and Gemini will be in retrograde May the 29th, June the 1st, depending on where you are in the world. And so when that happens, you may need to reassess, right? Mental processes, learning, knowledge, research. You may need to reassess how you've been going about your health routines on a day-to-day basis. And so you may need to, restructure those things, okay? You may need to take some things out. You may need to add some things in. You may need to research some more things in depth that's going to be beneficial for you. Or getting out of the illusions, okay? Because that's also going into the square with Neptune, getting out of illusions. So what ways have I been in illusions as it pertains to how I go about achieving my best version of myself, how I go about achieving the best version of health, and how do I go about achieving that on a day-to-day basis? And so you may be thinking about how you need to restructure that. So that's just the idea, just to give you a little feedback on that. And so just a really quick lesson. You want to see what house you have Gemini in. And just like the example I just mentioned, you're going to apply all the energies of Mercury to that house that you have Gemini in, okay? And once again, it will be squaring eventually Neptune in Pisces, and it will also be opposing, which is, I think it's like that, opposing the South Node in Sag. And so this is also going to bring more highlights to how have you been going about changing your destiny, okay? South Node, what are some things about the past that you need to let go of? What are some things, some habits, some beliefs? Remember, Sagittarius, beliefs, faith, religion, all those things, spirituality, higher learning. How do you need to go about getting rid of the old aspects of what I just mentioned that are not serving you to continue to maximize your research, to continue to be a student, to continue learning? And how can you better express yourself? A lot of us are wanting to express ourselves in different forms of fashion, but we have fears around, if people are going to, understand us. Will people, will we be able to find similarities with other people who feel the same way? And so really push past those particular mental limitations and start to express yourself. If you've been wanting to do any writing, all this denotes to Gemini. Writing, podcasts, videos, social media, as far as making your presence known or expand upon those things. Those are the things that you are wanting to look at and wanting to use, because the energy of Mercury and Gemini is going to be there for you. Okay? And remember what I said about the retrograde, May 29th, June 1st. And it will be in retrograde for a little bit, and then it will enter Cancer on July the 11th. Okay? So that is your astro lesson for Mercury and Gemini transit. And I will see you guys later. Peace.